Hey guys, back here with Tua for another video. Pup date time, 22 months. This guy is 22 months old now. This video is coming out about a week late from when he actually turned 22 months. Just a little bit busy with life in general, but here we are. If you're new to this channel, I do this type of video every month on my Bullmastiff Tua here as he turns another month older. I update you guys on 6 main things about him and the breed in general, which is his growth, his food, socialization, his drooling, his energy levels, and his barking. And I just kind of do this style video. Used to do it week to week, now I do it month to month on him, just to give anybody that's interested in the breed a good idea of what you could possibly expect if you were going to get a bull mastiff. There's not like a whole lot out there on them online, you know, broke down week by week and now month by month like this. So I just thought it would be a cool thing to do with him as he grows all throughout his life to help people out that are interested in the breed. So this should just give you guys a lot of general information about the breed as I continue doing this moving forward, and a great log of information for you guys to look back on from when he was very young up to present time. So if you are interested in the Bull Mastiff breed, go ahead, stick around. So like usual, when I do these videos, I just start out, before I hit on the 6 main things, I start out with anything that was just kind of new or noteworthy from the month in regards to Tua and the breed in general. And this month there really wasn't like a whole lot of things that stuck out. It was a busy month for us. We did take him to a boarding place again. My wife and I went to Miami for about 4 days for a football game. And we decided to just take advantage of the opportunity to get him, you know, a little bit more socialized and just get him a little bit more used to this boarding place. We took him there for a couple of days previous month, and he did great. So we decided to take him again, and he did great again. I really like this boarding place. Number one, because they take neutered dogs, where a lot of the places when I was initially doing research, I found out that lots of places do not, because they mix dogs and there's just lots of different liabilities and things. But this place does, because they keep the dogs separated. And also they were able to go ahead and take all of our raw food that we do feed to it and refrigerate that for us as well. So that's very convenient. So we'll probably definitely be continuing to take him back to this place as we go on vacations or trips, or even just, you know, quick weekend things here and there. We are going to be going down to Alabama for 10 to 12 days here in another week, and we are not going to board him at that time. I don't want him to stay there for, you know, almost 2 weeks. So he's just going to stay at home with my mother-in-law, and she's watched him before, and they should have a good time, I guess. But that's really it. Like, the boarding was about the only thing that we really did that would be like new for the month. So we'll just go ahead and get started and get right into growth. So if you watched the last update video, the 21 month, I told you guys how he didn't gain any weight at all from month to month because he was sick for like a week and a half. I'm not really too sure what was going on. So he had lots of diarrhea. I wasn't really feeding him a whole lot, trying to keep his stomach empty so that he would stop pooping, and he got better and all that, but he did not gain any weight. He was 154 pounds from 1 month to the next, and that was the first time that he had not gained weight for a very, very long time. I would have to look back at the videos to know exactly when. But now, on the flip side, this month, because of that last month where I think he probably would have gained, you know, a pound and a half, he actually gained 3 pounds now in from month 21 to 22. So he was 154 pounds last month. He is now 157 pounds, guys. Pretty crazy. He's still fairly lean, I feel like. I think we're going to pass 160 without issue. He's just getting big. Pretty incredible. Very big for a bull mastiff. He's also very tall for a bull mastiff. A couple inches taller than what breed standard would typically call for. I had measured him for a while, month to month, but it wasn't changing much, so I will measure him again when he turns 2. I would have to look back, but I want to say he was a little bit over 30 inches at the shoulder, so that's another reason why his weight is up there as well. He's just a big, tall boy, and these dogs typically will continue to put on weight until at or around the age of 2 years old, so he's going to be a big boy, guys. The way it's going, and just when I see his leanness and stuff, I wouldn't be shocked if he surpassed 165, but time will tell, and I will be here to document that for you guys. Food is the next thing that we'll get into. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, you know I do a combination of raw food, mostly raw food, and his kibble as well. We're at about an 80-20 split. This month for raw food, I use mainly ground turkey, ground beef, and chicken breast, different combinations of chicken, whether it be chicken liver or gizzards. We also did some beef liver as well. I pretty much did all of my own this month. Well, I guess I actually did do all of my own this month, but I will be ordering soon from this raw food company that I really like. And I'll probably talk more about them in the future, and definitely maybe even try and get some videos done specifically about them. But raw food in general is just really great for your dog. There's a lot of different vitamins and nutrients and all kinds of just natural nutrition that they're going to get from raw food. And although it's like very intimidating at first, especially if like myself, I've had dogs my whole life and I didn't start feeding raw until I got Tua. And so it was very intimidating at first. You know, you think your dog's going to get sick, and if you just kind of introduce it slowly and build up your confidence in it, it just turns out to be really, really great for the dog and for you as well to learn. And then you know exactly what your dog's eating. And it kind of becomes a fun thing too. Like I really enjoy making his food and knowing exactly what he's getting and what I'm feeding him. But raw diet is great for the dog. It is a little bit more expensive than buying kibble, but in the long run it's probably worth it. And it's not like that much more expensive if you're doing it yourself. Ordering from companies can definitely get expensive, but you pay for convenience, right? So that's part of it. But definitely look into raw food. I am not an expert, like I always say, but you can absolutely ask me any questions you would have about it, and I will do my best to answer. Otherwise, Google is great for finding out any information you want, obviously, guys. Socialization is the next thing that we'll touch on. And again, if you guys are regular viewers of the channel, you know that I don't do as much for socialization anymore with Tua. However, I will say that it is the most important thing that you can do for your dog in general, or specifically your bull mastiff, because they're going to be so big. I always say it, and I'm going to continue saying it. When you get this puppy and bring him home, you need to turn socialization into your new part-time job for that first year that you have that dog. Get him out or her and expose them to anything you can think of. Take them everywhere with you. Expose them to animals, people, young, old, all shapes and sizes, any sounds, smells, anything, and do it over and over and over and over. And you will end up with a great dog, a well-socialized dog. Take them on puppy classes if you can, obedience classes. We did so much with Tua. Like I said, treated it like a part-time job, and he's turned out great. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better dog as far as socialized goes with him. He's great with every dog we've come into contact with. He's great with people. He loves people almost to a fault, guys. He like when people come over to the house, we have to keep him on a leash for like the first 5 or 10 minutes because he gets so excited. He's not a jumper, but he gets so excited and he kind of circles people, and he can step on their feet or kind of knock on their legs a little bit, and he's just too big to be doing that. So we'll keep him on a leash for like 5 or 10 minutes when people are over, just to kind of keep him away initially. But after that 5 or 10 minutes, he instantly calms down, and he's just regular old Tua, just lounging around and being a good boy. So that's something to keep in mind. And I'm sure as he ages, he'll kind of get over that too, that initial excitement. But he's great with people, great with animals. And again, for socialization this month, I mean, we've took him on some walks. I talked about how we boarded him, so he saw lots of strange dogs, and he actually stayed overnight, a few nights in a strange place, and so that's good for him too. And then, we've been having people over pretty routinely for football games and fantasy football drafts and things like that. So he's been exposed to a lot of people this month. Not so much dogs, except for when we boarded him. Energy is the next thing that we'll touch on, and this has stayed pretty consistent. I'd say the last 6 months, he'll still have days where it's up higher, and for whatever reason, he's just wanting to mess with me or my wife or our other dog or the kids or whatever. But overall, he's fallen right into that Bullmastiff breed standard of being, a little on the lazier side. And most days, most of the time, he's lounging around. He's lazy. If he's not sleeping, he's just kind of hanging out or chewing on a bone or whatever. And guys, people I've noticed a few comments on this channel just over the months and years, I guess, here, that some people, they'll get a Bullmastiff and they expect it to be lazy right away. And that's just not the case, guys. All puppies, for the most part, unless you get extremely lucky, that first year or so, they're land sharks, guys. They're even a lazy breed like a Bullmastiff. It's gonna be a year or two until that dog matures and kind of falls in line, so to speak, and falls into that lazy breed standard. But that first year and a half, maybe even up to 2 years, you're gonna have an energetic dog for the most part, most of the time. So don't get a Bullmastiff and just assume, this dog's just gonna sleep 24/7, have no zoomies, anything like that. Just to let you guys know, just kind of a little quick PSA there to don't expect that right away. Those energy levels will fall, but it's that first year especially is going to be a little bit difficult, like with any breed and any puppy. But yeah, his energy overall has fallen right into that breed standard. Most of the days, most of the time, he's lazy. Drooling is the next thing that I will hit on, and this is pretty much unchanged, but I want to keep touching on it for new people that find these videos and stuff, because drooling is one of the main things that people seems like the main thing that people think about when getting a Bullmastiff. Things that they would consider that would stray them away from getting one. And drooling definitely is an issue. I mean, it's not really an issue, but depending on your individual dog, it may be more or less. Tua definitely drools, but most of his drooling is related to eating and drinking. So, we just feed him and give him water outside when we're able to. 7-8 months out of the year, then it gets too cold, we bring it inside. But you just hang out and wait with a rag or paper towel or whatever to wipe their face up. Like I say, 90% of that is around food or water. But if it's very hot out and he's panting a lot, he'll definitely get drool. Or if he gets excited or stressed, he'll drool. Or if he's, sniffing food, something like that inside, there's a little bit of drool. But it's probably more than most big dogs. But if you've had a big dog before, you're kind of used to that mess when they are eating and drinking. And like I keep saying, it's not something that I would let completely deter me from getting a Bullmastiff, but it's definitely something to consider, and it's something that you kind of figure out pretty quick, though, those times when they're going to drool, and you just figure it out. It's not a big, huge, massive deal, at least to me personally. If you're a very, very, very clean person, you maybe shouldn't consider a big dog in general. But that's about all I have to say about the drooling part. And then the last thing that we always hit on is barking. And again, like with the drooling, it's unchanged, but Bullmastiffs are known as a silent watchdog, and they, for the most part, don't do a lot of barking. And Tua definitely falls in line with that breed standard as well. He really doesn't bark at all, except for certain times in our backyard when he's hearing noises and stuff coming from the neighbors, and the reason is because he's unable to see what those noises are, because we have a big privacy fence basically surrounding our entire backyard, and our backyard is the only time that this dog barks, really. And it's 30 seconds to a minute, and then he kind of figures out what those sounds are, or he becomes uninterested, and and moves on. But they're not really known as big, barking dogs. I suppose that's going to be individual dog to dog, but Tua is falling right in line with that. Not much of a barker. The only time is in our backyard at times when he's hearing strange sounds and stuff that he's not sure what they are. But that's all I have for this pup date, guys. 22 months, pretty incredible. A couple more months, he's going to be 2 years old. Wild to think I've been doing these videos for that long too. But if you guys have any questions, definitely don't hesitate to ask. Leave comments down there. Help other people out there interested in the breed. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.